All right, Shalom. 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 First and foremost, I want to give all praise, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Baharachachodash. I'd like to give double honors to my elders and apostles at Great Millstone that do well. And I would like to say peace and salutations to the Lord's elect, the whole elect and 1/3. And Lord's will, this video will be edifying and exhorting to the sincere sheep of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Baharachachodash. And as the title reads, the aggressor will play the victim. All right. And the Wadi Yabashmel Shai for giving me the inspiration to do this lesson. And I just came across an article. I've actually seen like 3 or 4 different platforms make mention of this. So, it kind of got my, kind of jumped on my radar. So I just want to touch on it, and Lord's will it be edifying. So let me make sure the audio and video is good. I don't want to make this too long. Another thinking out loud lesson, if you will. Audio and video is good. I don't want to make. All right. So let me share my screen. All right. So I was over here. Let me go a little bit. So I had I seen something about this earlier, and then I got another update about it. And this is like a pretty much, look, I'll read it. It says 3 power substations were attacked on Christmas Day in the U.S. So I found that kind of funny how there's, the U.S. is letting you know that they experienced a attack. Okay. And could it be an attack from an outside source? Yeah, of course. But what we know according to prophecy is Babylon the Great, okay, is the aggressor. And even when you look through history and Esau's plans and ploys, all right, he plans on an agenda, all right, of 3 woes. Now, the Bible lets us know about the first and second woe, meaning wars, all right, world wars. But you have to understand as well that Esau, Edom here in Babylon, all right, is a very aggressive key player, okay, in the catalyst of prophecy playing out. Now, I found it funny how it's highlights how they've been attacked. Now, we can read a little bit in the article, but even the author in the article is pretty much letting you know that, how convenient that Babylon was silently, attacked on Christmas Day when they already released about a month ago that these things might happen. So, I was just looking up some things like propaganda, and, I'm going to go into that, but let's start off with the scripture. Everything that we want to talk about, we're going to base it off the scriptures, okay? Anytime you're making a point, you're bringing out edification, the scriptures are the main source of our foundation and outlet for that edification, okay? So let's go to this. This is Psalms 55 and 20. We'll just start with there. It says Psalms 55 and 20. Watch, check this out. It says, he has put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. Now, this is the track record of Esau, Edom. You've seen that with Gad. You've seen that with Reuben. You've seen that with Issachar. You've seen that with Naphtali, Ephraim. All right, even during the time of the Spanish, okay, even during the time of the early Europeans, okay, they came here, and there was talks of peace, okay, but what does Esau do? He strikes out in the act of war, but also remember what Esau has a tactic is he also plays the victim, okay. Now let me see if this is let's put in the aggressor will play the victim. It says, look at this. This is the victim role, abusive relationship. So this is an actual trait or characteristic, okay, that people record in relationships. And this is what you see Esau's relationship with the other nations, the heathens, okay, in the world. All right. Esau, Edom is an aggressor. Okay. He bombs brigades. He does all these things, but he likes to paint this picture of a victim. They always say such and such had, weapons of, all right. And this is how he gets the world on his side. Oh my gosh, this just happened to me. But what Esau likes to do is he likes to create a problem to be the victim, so that when he does attack, it doesn't look as aggressive but defensive. Okay, so these are all the building blocks and the stages what are going to lead to the third woe. And I can see more. I speak as a man, but I could see more scenarios just like this playing out in Babylon to usher in the allowance of Babylon to move forward in war. All right. And this is a tactic he's always used. This is, going back World War II in the Pearly of the Harbors. Okay. You brothers know what I'm talking about. This is nothing new under the sun. Okay. The tactics that Esau will go to allow himself in front of the world to be a aggressor. Okay. Now, let's read this quick. It says a primary aggressor playing the victim wants third parties to either inflict the abuse by punishing the survivor nor believing her, requiring burdensome proof. Okay, so when Esau gets attacked, he puts it in this accusatory form. So now whoever he blames, instead of just saying no, I didn't do it, you now have the burden of proof where you have to prove that satisfies the court that what he's accusing you of, you didn't do. You see, it says, or to excuse the primary aggressor from accountability. And that's exactly what Esau is doing and will do. Okay, where he will stage something false, play the victim, and then point the finger, and now another country somewhere in another part of the world is being looked at as the bad guy. But really, Esau's the boogeyman who creates boogeymen to make the Babylonian people afraid and fear. All right, and now let's keep reading this in Psalms. Excuse me. It says, he has put forth his hand against such as be at peace with him. See, he has broken his covenant, and that's what he'll do. He will make treaties with you and then turn around and stab you in the back. All right, he's done that plenty of times. You had an issue earlier this year where France was upset with the Biden administration because they went behind their back with a deal with Australia. This is a tactic that Esau Edom always does. Okay, and it says, look, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter. And there's many cases where Esau Edom conducts himself or his agenda with smooth words as butter. Even look at their the speaker. All right, look at this. Watch a speaker for Biden. Let's just put that. Okay, let's go to images. See right here. This is smooth as butter. Okay, spoke as a lamb. I'm just a redhead woman. I'm just a cheery black woman I'm thankful to represent the White House. No, this is how he gets you. This is how he gets to people right here. See? How can we be a threat? We have Nancy and we have Kamala and we got Joseph. How can we be a threat? See, this is the tactic that Esau goes. This is camouflage. This is very cunning. All right, let's grab that real quick. He was more cunning. All right, that's very cunning of Esau Edom. Okay, let's go to Genesis 2. And it says, I'm sorry, Genesis 3. Excuse me. Genesis 3:1. Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field. And guess what? The biggest subtlety when it came to war was the Cold War between Magog and Babylon, because it was nothing but espionage. Excuse me. This is why you had the CIA. They influence a lot of political regimes and outside sources to allow Babylon to have power in foreign places while they conducted, business from home. Okay, because Esau Edom is very subtle. Now, I will say, Magog themselves, Russia, they are subtle too. Okay, they are very well equipped in espionage warfare. And could they attack? Yeah, the scriptures actually speak about Ezekiel that they will, excuse me, that they will enter the walls or enter the village of the unwalled cities. Okay, excuse me. I have to grab some water in a minute. So you're dealing with two different, types of Edomites, but at the end of the day, the tactic is to do the blame game. So when the attack comes later, it looks as if it's defensive and not uh, uh, aggressive. But Esau is the aggressor. Esau is the antagonist. Okay. And it says, now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field. And the beast represents the other nations. This is why the crafty council starts with the tabernacle of Edom. It says, which the Lord power had made. And he said unto the woman, yea, has the Most High said, ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden. See, that's what Esau does. He likes to come in a situation and give you a different point of view that seems to look right, but ultimately he's bewitching you, just like this. Okay. Now, I'm not saying that this didn't happen or that they weren't attacked, but you also have to realize you're dealing with a subtile serpent to where they can play possum. Okay, because when you go into it, it says on Christmas Day, 3 substation facilities were vandalized in Pierce County, Washington, plunging thousands of customers into total darkness. All right, the day of the Lord is darkness and not light. It says more than 14,000 spiritual customers were out of power, and there are no suspects in custody. Right? See, so when you have situations like this, it does make you say, because I believe it was like Tom Brady's got his like jersey stolen, and they tracked that down. You know what I mean? Like there's times where Esau's system works and quote unquote justice is served, and then there's other times where like we have no idea, we're just sitting here scratching our heads and we don't know what's going on. That's a lie. Okay, that's bogus, because the scriptures speak about how the wicked watcheth the righteous. I mean, Esau, he's got satellites. Listen, things go down in Babylon and they choose not to fix them. All right, do not think for a second that you can hide from Esau, Edom, or do something and they ain't gonna find out. How many times does the Alphabet Committee stop a pre-planned attack? You know, how many times it says, oh, and they stormed in and they stopped them? How many times do they know about something going on and just before it happens they raid them and they get arrests? So you get a little things that make you say because even the author goes into it. He says, oddly or conveniently enough, the Department of Homeland issued a bulletin last month warning that critical infrastructures in the United States could be among targets of possible attack. See? So they let out the warning, and then it happens. This is what they're going to do with Amalek. This is what they're going to do with us. This is what they're going to do with Babylon. See, Esau has plans that he already sets in play, so then when he does attack, it doesn't look as aggressive. But trust and best believe that Esau Edom is the antagonist and the aggressor, which will lead Magog to thinking an evil thought and saying, you know what, man, F that. Because there's no more room for relations and us to build things together. This is what's taking place. Okay, everything is building up. Nations are getting furious and angry. Okay, and it's going to come to a point where you keep blaming, and they're going to do it. Look, it says, could Magog launch a cyber on the U.S. grid? Okay, so they have information. Look, Russia as well as China, Magog, Moab, Persia, Moab are believed to have the means to successfully attack. That's a strong word. That's a strong word. Okay. And when that happens, then the people are looking out a window of darkness. They don't know what's going on, who did what. And at that time, if you have the power goes out, hey, the American public will believe anything that Esau tells them, anything that he tells them. See, it says back in this Psalm 55 and 21, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. See, his words are smooth, cunning, crafty. We were attacked. What? By who? Russia. So now they're like, well, we got to get them. See? His words are smoother than butter, but war is in his heart. His words were softer than oil. See? Real soft, real sleek, real delicate, no, everything's okay, right? It says softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. Because ultimately, what he wants to do is cohorts people into his propaganda to ultimately lead to the world accepting his agenda. And when you look up the definition of propaganda, it's information, especially of a bias or misleading nature. See, the father of lies, misleading nature, used to promote or publicize a particular political cause or point of view. See, they want the just like what they did with Ishmael. They had everybody and their mother scared at Ishmael at one point in time. Okay, and anybody like them. All right, to where they became a byword in Babylon for quite some time. You see? So this is what he uses to usher in MO, okay? And that's what's taking place right now. The whole crane, the whole thing going on with, Ukraine, all that he's got people. He had, you had people in America protesting to help Ukraine, and now they're sending all these trillions of dollars over there while y'all struggling to pay your mortgages and rent and groceries here in Babylon. He's got you, man. Okay, the father of lies. All right, let's grab that real quick. Just gonna get a few. I just wanted to make a couple points. Like I said, this is more of a thinking out loud. I just kept getting updates about this incident or this attack, and I'm like, what attack? I'm like, what attack? So you got to watch how he moves. You got to watch how Esau Edom sets the stage. Okay, this is John 8:44. It says, "Ye are of your father the devil." This is Yahweh Shai speaking to wicked Israelites. "Ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do." So this is a characteristics of Esau Edom, all the way back to him as the serpent. "He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him." So if he says he was attacked, that's a lie. Okay? If he says everything's okay, that's a lie. All right? You have to understand the dynamics of this great agitator, okay? This great antagonist, the great aggressor, okay, is playing the victim like he's always done, okay? This is a tactic that Esau Edom has always used on the American public, all right? And real quick, let's put this in. Nothing. Oh, that's a good one too. Nothing new under the sun. Nothing new under the sun. I just want to quote it correctly. Ecclesiastes 1:9, "The thing that has been, it is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done, and there's no new thing under the sun." Let me give you an example. Real quick. Let me see if this comes up. Let's see. Let me put it in like this. Let's put in they blamed the Indians. I think it was the Boston Tea Party incident. But just give me a minute. Let me get my facts together. Disguise of the Sons of Liberty, Boston Tea Party. Yeah, who was blamed for the Boston Tea Party? In the simplest terms, the Boston Tea Party happened as a result of taxation without representation. Yet the cause is more complex than that. The American colonists believes Britain was unfairly taxing them to pay for expenses incurred during the French and Indian War. Let me see. Oh, right here. Why did people dress up as Indians in the Boston Tea Party? Look at this. See? So Esau dressed up as Gad and caused a false flag. And you know what that makes me think about? Let me just do this. Let me just show you something. You know who else likes to dress up like people? Is Islam, however he says it. Right here. You know who else likes to dress up as people? Vocab. Let's see if we can find some of them. You just got to look. You just dig a little deep enough, and you got him and David Wood And another guys put David Wood. Just came to mind. Just want to make a quick point. Now there's these three right here. These three right here do a lot of dress up. Okay, and that's a tactic that Esau likes to do. He likes to dress up like his enemy. All right, dress up like see right there. See, he's dressing up as Ishmael. Okay, and there's many more. There's many more. I just wanted to make that quick point. Things that make you say, you know. So right here it says, why did people dress up as Indians in the Boston Tea Party? The disguise was mostly symbolic in nature. They knew they would be recognized as non-Indians. The act of wearing Indian dress was to express to the world that the American colonists identified themselves as American. Blah blah blah. That's a lie. They dressed up as Gad, so Gad would be blamed, but it also would initiate conflict. That's what Esau did. He's the father of lies. Let me read it again. See, he's the father of lies. It says, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh the lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it. So he's blamed Gad. Okay, he's blamed Ishmael. He's going to blame Jake. All right, he can blame Magog. You see, this is all tactics that Esau Edom is doing, but what he doesn't realize is the pit that he's digging for his agenda, ultimately, he will fall therein, all right? Because it tells you about the counsel that the Lord has for Babylon, okay? Let me snag that real quick. I'm gonna wrap it up, all right? But there's in particular judgment that's going to befall Babylon. And right here, this is Jeremiah, and it's the same counsel that will befall Amalek in Babylon. So it proves that it goes hand in hand, because Amalek, all these double Fs that they're doing, hey, it's going to lead them to the valley, and they ain't going to come back. All right, this is Jeremiah 50 and 45. It says, therefore, hear the counsel of the Lord that he has taken against Babylon, and his purposes that he has purposed against the land of the Chaldeans. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them. At the noise of the taking of Babylon, the earth is moved, the third woe, and the cry is heard among the nations. So see, this guy doesn't realize all his propaganda, all his buildup, all his soothsaying and his bewitching ultimately is going to lead to his destruction. Okay, the third woe cometh quickly, and it's prophesied he's not going to win that one, you know. So I just wanted to do a real quick lesson on it. I didn't want to make this long. I just kept seeing this article popping up, so I decided to take a read at it, and just watch out for more, more propaganda, more victim playing. Okay, and Esau Edom is definitely setting the stage through Yahweh Bashem El Shai, I have to add, but it's definitely setting the stage to play the victim and ultimately to be allowed to be the aggressor. Okay, but what he doesn't know is this war. Okay, this war that's coming, he is prophesied to lose. All right, and Babylon is prophesied to fall. So I just wanted to touch on it real quick. I didn't want to go too much into it, but it was just another lesson, thinking out loud. I pray that you brothers and few sisters were edified through the Spirit as I was, and I'd like to say, call halal, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rachak Kodash. Double honors to our elders and apostles of Great Millstone that do well. With that being said, Shalom.